Show started. The State Department blocked Ambassador to the EU, Gordon Sondland, from testifying about you-know-whose phone call to the Ukrainian president. Now, House Committee Chairman Adam Schiff calls it more proof that they're obstructing justice, but Congressman Jim Jordan says not so fast. Take a look.
The ambassador has text messages or emails on a personal device which have been provided to the State Department, although we have requested those from the ambassador, and the State Department is withholding those messages as well.
We understand the reason why the State Department decided not to have Ambassador Sondland appear today. I mean, it's based on the unfair and partisan process that Mr. Schiff has been running.
Oh, for goodness sakes! You know who is supporting the block, tweeting that he'd love for Sondland to testify, but not before a totally compromised kangaroo court. You know, so here's my real bitch about all of this. Stop trying to dismantle our system of law. Yeah. This is how we do it. It's not perfect, it's not great to some people, but we have a whole set of laws that you have to follow. And sometimes it works in your favor. You know, like they got the judge on that they wanted, and sometimes it doesn't. You know, this is how it works. Sometimes we win, sometimes you win, sometimes they win. But you can't try to dismantle the law because it doesn't fit your purpose. And this is not a kangaroo court. These are your peers. These are your peers.
But he's in the cover-up. That's what he does for a living, Jim Jordan. He covers up crimes. Look it up.
Yeah, well, you know who else is involved in this? All I want is consistency, to your point. Are you for your political party, or are you for what's in the best interest of this country? And what I was reading today, I went back just a couple years ago under the Benghazi hearings. Mike Pompeo, who's now Secretary of State and is now intertwined in this whole mess and was on that call with the Ukrainian president. Here's a clip from him back in 2016 when he was leading this charge, saying that the Democrats, because they weren't handing over information, they were obstructing justice. Take a look at this.
This is not the first congressional inquiry in the history of America. I dare you to go find another congressional inquiry where one party behaved in a way that was so deeply obstructive of getting the American people the facts that they needed.
Do people not think that we can find... Is there a difference?
So I actually disagree with everyone at this table on this, and it's one of the few things I agree with Jim Jordan on. I think the more transparency, the better. I think the fact that they're doing so many of these interviews closed door, not in front of cameras, I have many, many, many questions, as I think the majority of the American public does, about exactly what happened on that call with the Ukraine, and I think the secrecy of it is what's making Republicans like me think maybe there's not a there there like there was with Mueller. And I will say the second that Nancy Pelosi started the clock on impeachment, you have a finite amount of time to sell this to the American public, and the clock is ticking. They have 2 weeks off right now where they're all speaking to their constituents. Congress isn't in session right now, and they're all at home talking to their constituents. And a lot of people like Joni Ernst are saying, the town halls I'm going to, people don't care about this. So my thing is, bring them all in public. I don't believe that Congress is a kangaroo court at all. I don't think most rational people do. But I do believe that Adam Schiff is handling this the wrong way and making it completely partisan.
Get it done by Thanksgiving and give us something to be thankful for.
But I think we should have it on camera.
Yes, on camera.
But the problem right now is it's all secretive and behind closed doors. I would like to know what Kurt Volker had to say. I would like to know that. And instead, Democrats are doing this behind closed doors. The American public needs as much transparency as possible.
Here's what's happening right now.
I don't know. I don't.
Hispanic Heritage Month.